Hi there everybody. So you just saw me come home from a holiday party, and in this vlog I wanted to sort of talk you through why you didn't see me at the holiday party. Let's talk about the fact that Megan can't vlog in public. So it has happened a couple of times now where I have been out and about and wanting to show you something fun or cool or wintry or Christmas themed, and I haven't been able to because vlogging in public is super embarrassing. Now, I honestly think this is kind of just a human condition thing, and I think most people who start out vlogging find it really difficult to film in public. So I don't think this is unique to me in any way, really. Pretty much every vlogger I've ever watched has told me that when they started, they really struggled with this. So, with that caveat aside, I also want to talk about the reasons it's hard for me specifically, due to my trauma. So let's talk about like my specific fears around filming in public, because they are not just like, oh, people are gonna think I'm weird, although that is definitely part of it. For me, and honestly, I think for a lot of people, it goes a lot deeper than just like, oh, people are gonna think I'm strange. I am just lucky enough to be a ridiculously hyper self-aware person so that I know why I'm a neurotic mess. I just can't always stop being a neurotic mess. So reason number one that I struggle to film in public, especially around people that I know, is that there is some drama around my job as a content creator. So for those of you who don't know, when I first started creating videos on TikTok, I was primarily talking about shame and trauma and some pretty personal stuff that I had been through, and some people in my life who did not consent to have their lives put on blast on the internet. Now, to be fair, if you don't want people to talk bad about you, don't behave badly. On the other hand, there should be room to be human without having people, air all of your dirty laundry on the internet forever for anyone to see. So I think there's probably a fine line in there that I should have tried to walk, but I didn't. I blew straight past that line, violated a lot of people's boundaries, ruined some trust, and really damaged a lot of relationships. And so we don't really talk about my job anymore. And I didn't really realize how much that bothered me until right this very second, as I almost teared up saying that. So apparently that is something that still bugs me and something that I wish was different. And, maybe that's a sign that's something I should have an open and honest conversation about, because that's really what I've learned from my mistakes on the internet and who I talk about and what I talk about. Something I've learned is like, before you talk about it on the internet, at least try to have an open and honest conversation with the person about it. Now, if they shut down that conversation, then we'll see. But if they're open to it, it's probably going to be a lot more productive to talk to them than to talk to strangers on the internet, even if the strangers are much more validating. So apparently I need to talk to some folks about how important my job is to me and how I wish that they were proud of me, and I wish we could talk about it more. Okay. Reason number two that I struggle to film in public is actually for a similar reason, and that is I am trying to respect boundaries now. And, people in my life didn't consent to having their lives on the internet. I did. I want that. I enjoy that. But a lot of people don't. And so I'm always really wary of like filming in public, even if it's not people I know, even if I'm just filming a busy street. Like, I could catch someone's face who like is in witness protection or something and put it on the internet, and somehow their abuser sees it, and like, you know what I mean? Like, I know that's maybe a bit of a far-fetched scenario, but it could happen. And something less extreme could happen. Someone who just doesn't like their face on the internet could get filmed and then see it and be upset. And so I am very aware of people's boundaries around what is and is not on the internet. And I'm really trying to respect that while also filming my life, which is hard because I'm a social person. I see people a lot. And so it is tricky figuring out how to film my time and document my time with others without putting them on the internet. And reason number three that I struggle to film in public is that general, like, people are gonna think I'm so weird. I am simultaneously torn between the need to be utterly and completely unique and special and poignant, and the need to fit in and be like everybody else and just be understood. I think what I really want is to be my utterly unique and poignant, significant self and be understood for that, but that feels completely out of reach and totally unrealistic. So I feel like I have to choose between, do I want to be special and alone, or do I want to be, stifled but in community. I think that's one of the reasons I love being a content creator and having these amazing communities around me on, TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, because it allows me to flourish and be my full, weird, unique self and still connect with people who genuinely get it, people who appreciate me for the things that have always made me strange. But outside of my protective internet bubble, I am really uncomfortable being myself. I get questions all the time from people about like how I'm so confident or how I came to accept my neurodivergence so well and all of this stuff. And it's like, well, you have to understand, I'm confident and I've accepted my neurodivergence on the internet, but like in person with people who know previous versions of me and have a preconceived idea of who I am in their heads, I'm very uncomfortable disrupting that. In real life, I am far less confident and far less myself. And so the idea of filming and being my authentic self on camera in front of people is super scary. So as you can tell, I am pooped. I am wiped. It has been a really long weekend, 2 holiday parties and 3 kids, 1 me. I do have a husband, by the way. He's wonderful. He just was sick this weekend and couldn't come to the parties. So it was 3 children, 1 mom, 2 parties. I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna edit this bad boy, eat some pizza, drink some hot cocoa, and go to bed. I'll see you all tomorrow.